Guys, it's coming. I just saw the trailer for the second season of 13 Reasons Why, and it is intense. Judging from the trailer, Clay Jensen seems to still be haunted by the spirit of Hannah Baker, who in the first season committed suicide and left behind 13 tapes. This time around, the format has changed from old cassettes to Polaroids, and it will be somewhat about Bryce Walker and his actions towards females, such as Hannah Baker and Jessica Davis.
Bryce is a total vampire. The thing on your neck is huge. Oh, I know, right?
From watching the first season, I actually had a strong feeling that if they were going to produce the second season, then it would be about how Tyler Down got pushed to the point of him committing a school shooting. But now, as I've seen the trailer, I no longer think that's going to play a big part in the second season. Though I still don't know what to feel about this bag though. In the first season, we watched Clay Jensen trying to get justice for Hannah Baker. In the second season, he seemed just as driven to dig up the truth and get the guilty behind bars. We also told that we'll get to see some of Hannah's story from other perspectives, which I'm so glad to hear because, you know, there's always more than one side to the story, and as we have already seen, she wasn't always right.
No, I didn't. Hannah lied about that. Okay, maybe that's what you saw, I don't know. I freaked out, but I never threw it away.
So at the end of season 1, Mrs. Baker finds the list that Hannah made when she was trying to remember how it all started and planning the whole thing about the tapes. So she contacted the lawyers and made sure to get all the kids called in to give a statement. And shortly after, Tony came in and gave them a USB with the 14 audio files.
I'm sorry. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Meanwhile, some of the people involved meets up to discuss what they're going to do. Hannah made 13 tapes surrounding 11 of her classmates and the school counselor. I think we should go through each one of them, see where we left off and get an overview of the whole thing. Create an image of who's the good guys and who's the bad guys. Justin didn't meet up to give his statement. We already know that he was suicidal and close to taking his own life, but he didn't do it because he had Jessica on his mind.
I climbed up this crane all the way up there and I could see the whole city. And I was gonna jump. Or shoot myself. But I couldn't. Because I couldn't stop thinking about you. I can't stop.
After talking to Jessica, he meets up with Bryce because he needs him to buy some alcohol. He tells Bryce about the tapes and then walk away, saying that he won't be seeing him around. From this point, I assume he's on the run. How do I back this up? Well, we know that the second season starts a couple of months in the future. Also, he said he didn't meet up to talk with the lawyers. And in a song recently released on Netflix YouTube channel, we see how Jessica looks surprised to see Justin again. From my point of view, it seems like he's been gone for those months. The reason he left in the first place was because of how heated it all got and that he was kicked out of his home.
No good for your mother, not for that girl of yours, not anybody. So take your shit and go live with that rich buddy of yours or else.
And if you look at the trailer, there's a few seconds where you'll see him in Clay's room. Not only that, but in the teaser that came before the trailer, we see a guy sitting in Clay's bed, which to me seems to be Justin. So I think there's a chance that he's crashing at Clay's and helping him trying to get Bryce in jail. So I'll give him a green light. Then there's Alex, who was ready to tell the truth, but then his father made sure that he wouldn't have to talk to the lawyers. He had already been suicidal for a long time, and now he didn't even get to get it off his chest and tell what happened. The same night, he shot himself in the head in an attempt to commit suicide. And we were told that he was in a critical condition. Though in the trailer and the song we see that he's back, meaning that he survived. And the song clearly shows that he's in a relationship with Jessica again, or at least something complicated. My gut tells me that he have lost parts of his memory, but that he will be on Jessica's side, and therefore I see him as a green light too. Though he might be a little confused about the whole thing. We also have Sherry, who for some reason didn't get as subpoenas as the other kids got, but still she chose to come clean and ended up turning herself in for the accident with the stop sign.
Yes, hi. I would like to report it. Well, I would like to report something I did.
I believe she went to jail for it. The thing is that some of the characters have their own Instagram accounts, and Sherry posted this picture of the school saying from one jail to another. So I believe this is the reason for why we see the whole team gathered in a police department in this frame of the trailer. We got Zach, Ryan, Courtney, Alex, Clay, Justin and Tony. One girl is missing in this frame though, Jessica Davis, who was raped by Bryce Walker. And her boyfriend Justin thought it would be better not to tell her and instead said that Hannah was lying on the tapes. He did do it out of good intentions though. Later on, she would start having flashbacks and realizing that she was raped. Clay sat down with her and they had a talk about what happened. He wanted to find out if she was ready to witness against Bryce. And in the end of the first season, we hear her tell the lawyers about the way some of the boys behave on Liberty High.
Because guys talk at our school, and they do shit. They do things to girls that no one ever talks about and no one ever does anything about.
And later that night, it seems like she talked with her dad about what happened to her. In season 2, I think she'll play an important role as a witness and victim. If we listen to the conversation the others had around the table that day, we can get an idea of where we got them to.
First thing we need to do is find out what they know.
Or the first thing we need to do is tell the truth.
I'm with Alex.
I don't think it's as easy as you think. I mean,
Your dad must know something, right, from the other deputies?
My dad's more of a sweep it under the rug kind of guy.
works for me.
So let the truth land on us. I published a poem.
And his truth is not my truth.
In the end of this episode, it sounds like Courtney is about to come out to one of her dads, but truth is, we don't know how that conversation went. And when she was talking to the lawyers, she didn't want to talk about the picture. So I'm a little curious to see how that will unfold and how the conversation with her dad actually went. But anyways, she's still in the frame I showed you, so I don't know, let's give her a yellow light. Also Tyler is shown in the trailer with Clay, so I think he could be a green light too. But then again, it seems like he's planning a school shooting.
If you have to talk about them.
Don't worry, Mom. I can take care of myself.
And to me it seems like he only mentioned the tapes to cover over the fact that he's been taking pictures of Hannah.
I saw how guys treated her. I have pictures of it.
You have pictures of physical abuse? You have proof?
No, not physical abuse.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about...
But there are tapes.
So it's gonna be a yellow light for him too. Then we have Bryce, who I think have some sort of connections to help him out, possibly in his father. In episode 3 of season 1, he tells Justin that whatever he did, they could take care of it. We know that Bryce comes from a rich family, and in season 2 we will be introduced to his parents, Barry and Nora, who is said to play a big role in their community. But well, red light for Bryce of course. Then there's the school counselor, Mr. Porter, who's done a terrible job. In the first season, he seems to be on the side of the school, but after seeing him choking Bryce in the trailer, I'm not so sure anymore. He seems to feel regret and guilt for the whole thing about Hannah. So, we'll give him a yellow light. Where do I think the Polaroids come from? Bryce. They're from Bryce and his friends. In the trailer we see that it is Bryce who got a Polaroid camera, and they're taking a picture of Sherry being uncomfortably held by 2 other guys. And we see Clay and Justin enter a little shed like that. Sherry, Justin and Clay sits down with what I guess is what they found in the shed, a whole collection of rape pictures. There is no doubt about it, Bryce is a serial rapist, and he's probably going to rape his new girlfriend Chloe too. I think Tyler gets a few friends and might not commit the school shooting. Justin left and are now coming back, possibly living at Clay's. Chloe, the new head cheerleader, hangs out with Bryce and ends up getting raped. Clay, Sherry and the others are trying to get justice for Jessica, Hannah, and everyone else who's been raped. We'll get to learn more about Alex and Tony. Alex survived his suicide attempt, but might have lost some memory. He's getting back together with his ex-girlfriend Jessica Davis. There might be a possible love triangle between Alex Standell, Jessica Davis, and Justin Foley. Tony seems to still have secrets. In the teaser he has a note with Hannah's name on it, and in the trailer he burns a note. Could it be the same? What is he hiding? What is going on? From what we're told, there is someone out there trying to keep the truth concealed. Liberty High prepares to go on trial, but someone will stop at nothing to keep the truth surrounding Hannah's death concealed. To this I got 3 suspects: Bryce, the new girl Chloe, or Gary Boland, the principal of Liberty High.
I'm not gonna let the school go down at the hands of whatever disturbed sophomore latched onto the term cum dumpster. Okay? And I'm not gonna let them pin this on our staff or on you and Jane and me.
Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. Now we'll just have to wait a few days for the second season to come out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Dave's out. I hope the video wasn't a total mess.